Now available in paperback and e-readers, John Haynes' Illuminati, the man who rules the world, takes on the head of the global elite in this all-new action-packed John Haynes series adventure. Get your copy of John Haynes' Illuminati in paperback and e-readers at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. In a previous live stream, I talked about Black competence and Black excellence. And I want to talk about how Black bootlicks impede Black competence and Black excellence. Now, when it comes to the Black bootlick, they will oftentimes put up a veneer of success with all of their degrees from these top universities and all of their credentials from many of these big-time corporate jobs. And many people, because they are spellbound and looking to fit into black boxes that are acceptable to white people, will believe that these Black bootlicks are some sort of expert or present a image of being intelligent. However, when it comes to the Black bootlick, the only thing that they are good at is going out here and pandering to those who are a part of white supremacy, and they are not about any sort of competence or excellence. Now, when it comes to the Black bootlick, the only reason why they got all these credentials isn't to be a master of their craft or to take their craft to the next level. No, the only reason why the Black bootlick went out here and got those credentials was because they were hoping that this would be something that would get the attention of all of those white supremacists and hopefully lead to them getting an opportunity at a job. And the only reason why they want the job is, again, not because they want to present themselves as being competent in their field or look to achieve excellence. No, they are only there to go out and tell the white paymasters what they want to hear regarding black people. And that's how the Black bootlick really impedes Black competence and Black excellence, because these people are presented as the ideals in black communities of what to aspire to be, but these people aren't looking to aspire to be anything. No, when it comes to the Black bootlick, they are not aspiring to be competent as related to whatever career they are pursuing, nor are they striving for excellence. No, what they come to a field to do is be good at being mediocre and looking to gain white favor from white people. And as they look to just try to do the bare minimum, what they do is look to try to make a smooth world for all of those in white supremacy by being the so-called black representation that passively represents diversity and inclusion, but aggressively is there to be a buffer wall to keep out all qualified black people who are competent at what they do and those who want to strive for excellence. That's the entire job of the Black bootlick, whose job is just, again, be a token to represent being just a so-called educated black person, but this educated black person basically isn't looking to improve as related to anything at all. No, they're just there to make it look like there is diversity and inclusion and look like they are doing something, but the only thing they're doing is maintaining the status quo as related to the system of white supremacy. And they only are there to maintain that position, basically in jobs that put up a veneer to make it look like everything is fair. But they are only there to just make it look like everything is going fine, when in actuality these people are on thin ice, because They are only there at the mercy of the white supremacist, and when the white supremacist no longer needs them, this is where the white supremacist looks to get rid of them. And this is why Professor Black Truth's statement, "Bootlick is a job without a retirement plan," has all this truth, because when it comes to the black bootlick is because they are so caught up in their emotions about getting attention from white people. They are not looking to try to build an infrastructure in the job that they get. No, they're not looking to go out here and get support from other black people so that they can have strength in numbers. No, what they're looking to do is be the H nice. And as they look to be the H nice, or the token black on the job that is the center of attention, what they do is put themselves in a situation where they think that they have allies, but in actuality they have no allies at all. And this is why many of the black bootlicks oftentimes are shown the door. And this is how the system of white supremacy remains at business as usual. And the business as usual is about keeping black people from being able to move forward in institutions like corporate America, because they don't want you to see black competence or black excellence. And they deliberately choose all of these black folks with these pedigrees as related to these Ivy League degrees or these corporate backgrounds, and they know that when they're picking these people, they know they can get in front of these pawns, and they know as they can get in front of these pawns, what they know they can play a chess game where they can assure that there won't be any sort of black competence shown to anyone or any sort of black excellence. And they don't want to see that because, well, again, the system of white supremacy wants to maintain a status quo where they don't have to deal with competent black people challenging the intelligence of many of these whites and non-blacks, or a black person striving for excellence where they take the skills that they learn at these businesses and then go and do things like create their own businesses and create direct competition to the white supremacist. That's why they go out here and use black bootlicks and hire them for these jobs. And that's why they have people, these black bootlicks, competing for these jobs, because they know that the black bootlick is not going to be a threat to the system of white supremacy, and the black bootlicks will basically compete against each other, looking to throw each other under the bus. Moreover, these black bootlicks will do everything to keep black people who are about black empowerment out of positions of power, because the black bootlick isn't about empowering black people. No, they are about trying to be an individual, and they are an individual out to keep the group of competent black people from entering into business spaces, because they don't want for there to be any real competition, because the only competition the black bootlick participates in is clout chasing. That's the only competition they participate in. No, they are not about looking to present new and innovative processes for business. No, they are all about looking to go and gain favor with whites and non-blacks, and looking to hope that they can gain favor by kissing a lot of butts. And that's the whole business of the black bootlick, because the black bootlick is in a covert contract where they believe that if they go out and pander to those who are a part of the system of white supremacy, they will be able to get some crumbs from the master's table. And as they get these crumbs from the master's table, they believe that they will eventually wind up giving them the very best, because they are one of these so-called elite blacks who has a Ivy League degree and corporate experience at Fortune 500 companies. So they believe that they will be above all other blacks, not understanding in the system of white supremacy, almost all black people are basically seen the same, and they just use them as the pawns on the chessboard to again keep the other players off the board. And as people are looking at these bootlicks, they don't see how they are a distraction to black competence and black excellence, because black competence and black excellence, which are a part of black empowerment, are not based on a standard of white supremacy. It is not based on a standard of you having an Ivy League degree or making a six-figure job in corporate America, because black power doesn't come from the system of white supremacy. No, black power comes from black people empowering each other, establishing our own standard, and establishing a standard where we seek validation from each other. That is what the standard of black empowerment is all about. But you can't explain that to the black bootlick and many of the black masses, because many of the black masses follow the black bootlicks because they are put in the front of black people as who we should aspire to be. But they are not the barometer of black competence or black excellence, because the barometer of black competence and black excellence, that is something established in the black grassroots. That is something established by our own standard. And again, we as black people have to understand that we have to establish our own standard in order to achieve competence as related to fields and skills that we have. And in order to strive for our own excellence, we have to understand we cannot look up to bootlicks, because bootlicks are not about excellence. No, bootlicks are about social currency, and social currency has no value. Social currency has no value whatsoever economically, because social currency isn't something tangible. No, competence and excellence are measured by tangible results, and tangible results are something that show you a person can produce. And that's where a lot of black people get it twisted. A lot of black people get it twisted on black success, because they see these people on TV, or they see them in political and social circles or the entertainment industry. And as they see these people in these social, political, and entertainment circles, because they have been given a lot of money by white supremacy to be buffers and to be distractions, they believe that this is the barometer of success. But this is not a barometer of success at all. No, these people are being rewarded for what their job is in white supremacy, to distract you from looking to create your own standard of excellence and work towards achieving excellence. And they are there to basically to divert your attention and prevent you from focusing on goals of actual competence and excellence. This is what the job of the bootlick is. And again, bootlicks impede actual black quests for competence and excellence, because as you're looking to try to buy into the system of white supremacy, to seek validation and approval by chasing the aspirations of being a bootlick, what it does is it keeps you from looking to achieve actual competence and excellence. And again, competence and excellence in the black grassroots is not measured by somebody making millions of dollars. It's measured by tangible results. And again, tangible results take a lot of time. And this is something a lot of black people don't want to hear, because the bootlicks, again, they can go out here and make lots of money in the short term, but people don't look at the big picture of the bootlick in the long term. Because with the bootlick, oftentimes, yes, they will get lots of success in the short term, but oftentimes when white supremacy no longer needs the bootlick, this is where they find they don't have a retirement plan, like guys like Roland Martin and many others. They find that once they have been used and are used for the useful idiots they are, they're basically discarded as they find a new bootlick. And again, they've done their job at impeding black competence and black excellence, And even though they've got their Ivy League degrees, they wind up out of a job, and they wind up out of a job because they no longer need them to parrot their narratives, or in some cases, many of these white supremacists just get bored with these people and want to get some new puppets to shove their hands up their backsides and have them parrot whatever they want. So when it comes to the bootlick, we need to understand that their job is not just to go out here and be a token to represent so-called diversity and inclusion. Their job is to distract us from focusing on competence and excellence and get us on a quest for a standard that does not empower black people and allow us to move forward. And that's why we can't listen to the black bootlicks, because the black bootlicks are not looking to help out black people. They're not looking to uplift black people or empower black people. No, their job is to just be a buffer that keeps you from achieving actual black empowerment and keep you from working towards actualizing your whole potential. Now, if you want to pick up some of my positive black fiction on the SJS Direct imprint, like the books of the ISIS series, the STEAM series, the John Haynes series, the books of the Spinsterella trilogy, my black sorority novel, The Thetas, or my black vampire novel, The Eternal Night, you can find all of that fiction on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find that fiction on other online booksellers like Draft the Digital, Google Play, and you can find it at retailers like Barnes & Noble and big box retailers like Walmart and Target. And if you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, ISIS, Amari's Revenge. The goddess next door is confronted by a Nubian queen out for revenge at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in this inaugural ISIS series adventure. Get your copy of ISIS, Amari's Revenge in paperback and e-readers at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Coming to paperback and e-readers, ISIS Dark Incubus. The goddess next door gets enthralled in a romantic entanglement with an evil incubus in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Pre-order your copy of ISIS Dark Incubus at Amazon.com and other online booksellers everywhere. Coming to paperback and e-readers, A STEAM Horror in the Hamptons. The aspiring angel tries to escape a house of horrors in this all-new Esteem series adventure. Pre-order your copy of Esteem Horror in the Hamptons in digital format at Amazon.com, Google Play, Draft the Digital, and other digital booksellers, or pick up your paperback copy on May 24th. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.